All right, let's try this again. It's working.
Welcome to Wish You Were Here, take two.
Take two.
We've already opened the show, for the record. And you didn't see it.
We opened the show in the dark, and no one knew anything about it until we figured out we also didn't open the show live.
So we've been here for at least a couple minutes now talking.
It's been a few.
Yeah.
For those of you who aren't familiar, this is a live beer review show that we do every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. We do it live here through YouTube. We also do it through Facebook and Twitter as well if you're a part of those. So make sure you like and subscribe on the YouTube. Make sure you follow us on all our individual social medias. You can get us on Twitter. You can get us on Instagram. We do borderline have a TikTok, which is very dangerous. So if you want to see us dance or make dumb videos, go to TikTok.
You've already seen me dance, but that was on Instagram.
True story. And for those of you who may have seen this show with some regularity and also recognize that Phil is not here, Phil says, great start.
Yeah.
Great start, he says.
In the sense that, Phil, we miss you. And this is the second time that you've left Daniel and I to our own devices.
What a terrible idea.
And I sent the wrong link to Vero and myself. So really, we only have one computer that actually has like admin rights. So it's all Daniel at this point. And
this is going to be a shit show for everyone.
I really think that this is going to be just an hour-long blooper reel. And this is going to be great.
Phil, this is why we can't have nice things. This is why.
This is absolutely why we can't have nice things. So all intros aside, as always, I'm Daniel. This is Tiffany. And if you've watched this show more than once in your lifetime, which I hope you have,
I am Felipe.
Oh, wait, it's Vero. Oh, good Lord. How you doing, Vero?
Lord. I am stressed out right now.
Why?
I mean, I got here 15 minutes before the show started.
Well, Daniel was sleeping until about 10 minutes before we opened. And
Don't judge me.
Tried to wake him up like 30 minutes before that. So I'm trying to I didn't do anything with my hair. I like refreshed my makeup really fast from work, threw on a t-shirt, trying to wake him up, and I'm setting this all up on my own.
Whoa, big day.
Listen, there's
First time.
There's a lot going on here. And I knew that we had to like be in here kind of early to like get the like technical side of things right. I knew I needed to bring my computer in so we'd have an extra thing of slides.
Why didn't you wake me up,
man?
I feel like I'm going to be the couples therapist today.
This is our therapy session via Zoom.
So, Daniel, how do you feel about this?
Honestly, I feel tired because nobody woke me up in an appropriate amount of time.
Sir.
Oh, man.
Things are great.
Phil, come back.
Yeah, no, we're not that lucky. So for everybody watching the show who maybe doesn't know, Vero is a good friend of ours who does a ton of work for the show.
Yes.
She does a lot of like our blogs, our back end like history and facts work. Basically everything that makes us look smart, which is fantastic.
Written things.
All the written things,
yes,
which is nice.
A lot of the, like, I would say 90% of the website content comes from Vero.
Fair.
Whether it's like reviewing all of our past episodes and like going through like the cool trivia or the blogs, like Daniel mentioned.
Phil also writes the blogs.
Well, let's not get out of hand.
He's written like one, right?
Phil is borderline an idiot.
What?
Now that
But
he's
he
not
wrote it-
here. Hey.
Yeah, but Phil wrote it with us. He's written half of a blog. He's not here to defend himself, Vero. You take all the credit. You deserve it.
This is very true.
Oh my gosh. So many things
No. I stand for Phil.
I stand for Phil.
Felipe defends Phil.
Kevin, how you doing, buddy? We are just getting into drinking. So that being said, I am currently having a Yingling light lager with 99 calories. It's the worst beer ever, but
it's terrible.
But I got to take it easy out there.
We only had sours or really heavy IPAs, minus this one and that beer. So I am having the All-American cream ale from Virginia Beer, All Star American.
And I am having water because I didn't have dinner.
Because you are smarter than both of us. Well done out there.
Well, this is gonna be interesting.
Well done out there.
It's a Pilsner that we're drinking. So
Yeah, we're doing a Pilsner. We got time. We're easy tonight. It's not a triple IPA for the first time in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, there's been a few episodes of very strong beers.
Yeah.
If y'all follow us and you've been following the past couple episodes, just make sure that you go to our brand new website.
Yes.
That does have some merch. And our goal over the past couple of weeks has been to make a shirt for every show based off of something that comes from that episode.
Yes.
So if you missed last week with Show Joe, Phil drank beer out of a baseball bat. And so now we have a Does It Bat?
Yes.
Does It Bat shirt. So you can find that online based off of our episode last week.
Yes.
Amongst
and this
multiple
week
other
might
shirts.
just be our technical difficulties.
I would say.
Yeah, this week will just be
I wish it was Friday beer.
No, it's just going to be black, like a black shirt. It's not going to come in any other colors, and it's going to say coming or like starting soon, and it's going to be like plus like 2 minutes over. That's all. That's what it needs to be. That.
Yes, to Kate.
What a shirt show! What a shirt show!
This is a shirt show.
Well done, Andrew.
And,
I hate you so much.
Well, anyway, stick around and watch us stumble through this. It's gonna be
a lot of me figuring out what Phil does every week, which is a fucking blast.
Yeah, because last time Phil left us unattended, we had like a quick session with him to like review, and I had more time to like prep.
Not so much this week.
This week it was just like, yeah, you guys got it. So
it's gonna go pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have never been here without Phil.
Oh,
have you not?
No.
I thought we did at least one other episode with you.
No, because the other one was with Michael Rhodes. I did it without Tiffany.
Yeah, that's right.
I was at a like kid event and I ran in last minute.
This should be a shit show. Gosh.
Yeah. A shirt show.
A shirt show.
I am very happy to see that the chat is going insane.
Right.
And that Phil is doing my job in the chat.
What the hell else is he going to do? Watch the Seahawks lose? Good Lord.
The chat is a hard work. You need to know all the peoples.
True story. No, I agree 100%.
Well, I don't know all these people. They keep coming and showing up and talking during the show. But we're pretty popular.
I know you all people. You're my people.
It's just all of our friends. We have no one else watching. I'm for it. All right. We've already mentioned we're doing a Pilsner.
No, you tell me. What's next, Tiffany?
Right? Don't we talk about what beer we do next? I don't know.
I mean, it's pretty early.
Vero, how's your week been?
There we go.
There we go. It's been busy. It's like the calm before the storm, but it's at the United Nations, like September is a crazy month.
Yeah.
So we are like everybody's on edge. Every single president comes, including mine. So we're preparing for the attack. Thank God, my president is going to speak on the first day. In, out, back to the country. We don't want to see you anymore. So we're like, but yeah, it's been hectic running around, and thank God the weather has been gorgeous here. Except for last night when I almost drowned in the park. All of a sudden, it went from beautiful night to pouring rain. Like pouring rain. It was impossible to move anywhere. We were all under one scaffolding in the park.
There was only one scaffolding. Everyone gathered.
Including the dogs. It was like insane. But from 0 to 1,000.
That's crazy.
And today was gorgeous.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let's see, that's pretty standard for where we are. Like we get summer thunderstorms almost every night. We haven't had one
like in 2 nights.
Right, which is weird. But like it'll just be like a beautiful day and then all of a sudden it's like torrential downpour. Oh,
I don't
God.
think that's accurate, Andrew.
Her president. No,
I don't think that's accurate.
I don't think so.
This close.
Yeah.
Don't get me started. I just got this job. I cannot lose it.
I cannot fuck this up.
Did you? I know we talked like 2 weeks ago, and you were trying to find a hotel that like had all of these things. And
oh yeah, the presidential suite.
So I'm like, oh, obviously it's like I can just Google. Like she's like, maybe you can help, and I was like, probably not, but whatever. So I'm like, look at all these really bougie suites that I 100% can't afford, and she's like, that's not enough. And I'm like,
she was looking at $1,000, $2,000 a night suite, and I was like,
it was more than that.
No, honey, no. No, like a presidential suite. It's like $16,000 a night.
Yeah, I think the ones I was looking at was like $5,000 to $6,000.
What are you gonna do for lunch?
And I was like, ooh, this is a lot. I was like, obviously, this is the most expensive hotel room in New York City.
No, it is not.
No,
not even close.
I will never be at that level.
You don't know.
No. The requirements are ridiculous with the elevator that goes into the garage, and they're like, "What do you mean you don't have that?" Yeah, well, this is New York.
Yeah, we have an elevator that goes in the garage.
The elevator that goes in the garage is a set of steps.
Yeah.
And it works every time. There's no elevator guy, and there's no maintenance. Just don't fall down the steps.
Really good. The dog has not mastered the steps, so he is afraid of them. But the rest of us, for the most part, I don't think I've fallen down them in a while.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks.
They are the steps to the beer fridge, so if you can get down to the beer fridge, you're good.
You're good.
Yeah, you have not been drinking too much.
All right.
I was going to say, Daniel, how was your week?
I don't care. I want to drink this beer.
Got it.
That's how my week was.
My week's also been pretty
I'd like to drink this damn beer.
Put that beer down, because first, this is going to be a showdown between you and I live.
Why?
Just so you know.
Trivia.
For history
facts. No, I know that, but we got to get it. Wait, we're not in the history and facts yet.
We got to intro the
talk
beer.
Too much.
Don't jump the gun.
Look at her. She's time boxing you like you do me.
I know.
He'll like knee
look up
me.
at the top of the 13
he
minutes in.
Me in the middle of the thing, and he's like, check that time.
All right.
What are we drinking?
I mean, I'm excited about it, but apparently everybody else is supposed to go to history and facts. What are we drinking, Tiffany?
We are drinking Taco Friday by KCBC, and they are out of Brooklyn.
Brooklyn,
yes,
where?
they are.
I looked it up.
The one and only.
It's
New York.
No. I was thinking of the borough, or like I have it somewhere down there.
Brooklyn is a borough.
Well, I mean, but it's like a neighborhood in the borough. Sorry.
Bushwick.
Yeah, Bushwick. There you go. It's in one of the trivia questions.
Well, we'll get there.
That's not an answer, though.
That is not an answer, though.
No. Sorry.
So we will get there shortly.
Yes.
But
great can art. Their can art is always amazing.
Their can art is insane. Yeah.
You will have plenty of time to talk about their goddamn can art once we get done with this promo. I think we have a short video that Phil has put together and put.
We don't do that yet. We do the first couple of questions first.
No, the
God,
video
have you ever done this show?
Yeah, we usually play that before we bring the other person in.
Which is before we start history and facts.
Oh no, you're right. I was thinking
you gotta
the
read
beer.
a book. Man.
I was thinking the beer.
You gotta read a book. We're gonna try this. Apparently they're in a burrow. I had no idea. So Tiffany's never done this show before. So this is new to her.
Listen, we're like having to direct this now, and this is a lot of stress.
Well, you got to at least remember how the
Nope.
goes.
No. My ADD brain is literally the most unorganized piece of machinery ever. I don't have, like, time does not exist for me, which is why you get so mad at me. Yes, best yet.
Thank you, Phil.
Agreed.
I love you.
Going down keyword.
Going down is the keyword.
Brought to you by the Titanic.
We're not that lucky. We'll never be that famous.
However, yes, I agree. Someone get Daniel a chill pill. This Yingling light isn't cutting it.
True story.
And telling you.
So, as Tiffany mentioned, we're doing a KCBC beer, which is the King's Collective Brewing Company. They're out of Brooklyn, which, if you keep up on our show, we've done quite a few different, like New York brews. We've done a couple other ones out of Brooklyn. We've pretty much covered all 5 boroughs. So
we have.
Not just pretty much, like we have.
Yeah, pretty much.
The 5
like a general term.
Oh, no, pretty much is like, I think we're like missing one.
You guys take over. I apologize.
Cool. Yeah, so we've done all the different boroughs.
Going back to the comments.
That's not what I'm doing. Y'all.
Feel you owe me, baby.
There's a portion of me that just, like Phil says every time we do this, like, I don't even need to be a part of this show anymore. And I'm like,
yes, you do.
Yeah, you kind of do. Yeah.
No, these are the episodes that, like, when one of us isn't around and it kind of goes a little weird and a little haywire, like, this is justification for the reason the show is exactly how it is.
True story.
Like, when Vero's not around and all of a sudden I'm stressed doing, like, something, like, on the back end of things, like, I'm a mess. Like, I need Vero to, like, help me. To, like, once again, time box me of, like, if you do this. The other day, she texted me to make sure I took my medication. Like, that's kind of where I'm at. So we need Phil for that. We need Phil for all the technical things. And
do you know what I need both of y'all for?
What do we need you for?
I'll give you a hint. I'm tired of talking about this.
Good news.
Shit.
You're so cute.
This is the moment the audience has been waiting for.
100%. That one sound. So, for those of you unfamiliar with the show, this is a portion of the show where we go through a little bit of what we call history and facts, but it's basically just trivia. So, if you're logged into YouTube or Facebook, you can comment along with us. You can answer all the questions with us and be wrong like Vero and right like me. No, Vero's always right. Everybody calm down.
It's a wild ale of shows. I'm for it.
However, as Tiffany goes through the questions, make sure that you put your answer in and let's be wrong together.
Yeah, and there is a slight delay. So
correct.
Yes. You will type it in and you'll see it like.
And you'll swear at us because Vero's already right. But she's not in the comments this week. So, Vero, you answer last.
I will.
Okay. All right. Good.
All right. You ready?
I guess.
Let's do this.
Okay.
All right. True or false? Taco Friday is a tradition in Sweden.
What?
True or false?
That sounds ridiculous.
You got to leave it up.
No, that sounds ridiculous. I'm too upset about this question.
The trickery begins.
Taco Friday is a tradition in Sweden.
Yeah. Maybe I'm making this shit up. You know better.
Don't they have meatballs and furniture that you cannot assemble?
You can't put a meatball on
a smorgasbord.
Let's not get.
I actually use that word
like
normally in context on a very regular basis, including tonight. I use.
Yeah, I mean, I watch the Muppets too, but.
Smorgasbord. Sorry, it's my favorite character.
Oh God, this is such a great answer. True, but don't want to know what a Swedish taco is.
Give you a hint. Oh no.
Katie says true as well. This is a weird one for me because I feel like it's just weird enough to be true. So I will also say true just because I also want to know what a Swedish taco is. And I hope it's right.
I can say that it is true, and I will explain later.
Because you know what a Swedish taco is? You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. All right.
It is true. All right. So in the 1990s, Sweden was emerging from this huge financial crisis, and the government allowed advertising on TV for the first time ever. Before that, the only time people ever saw ads or commercials were actually in movies. So all of a sudden, this whole new Mad Men market opened up in Sweden. And yes, lingonberries. Sorry.
Don't encourage Gabriel.
My grandma's maiden name is Dahlstrom. We are very Swedish. Anyway, so long story short, commercials became a thing. There was this like Swedish chip company that created this slogan that is like, now it's cozy Friday time.
Okay.
So that was, and apparently like people can still hum this jingle. I did not look it up. I apologize. I ran out of time.
Is it? I think we have a jingle.
Nope, I don't think that's the one.
I think Daniel has it. Yep, that's it.
We have a jingle. Hold on.
Now Patrick McGinty, an Irishman of...
All right, I don't think it's that one. I apologize. That's on me. Again, this is new to me over here. So let's keep going.
So, oh yeah, don't get into last names. My name is way cooler than Daniel's.
Shut up. Let's
okay.
go.
But anyway, so this Swedish chip company created this, like, now it's cozy Friday time. And it actually created this like term, which I'm going to mispronounce, but it's basically the same thing in Swedish. So basically, chips are still like a cozy Friday routine, but Tex-Mex was actually one of the things that benefited most during this like commercial era. And so it benefited from this idea of like staying in on Friday night and eating these like processed foods. And so El Paso, or Old El Paso, which we know in the States, they actually have been like attempting to break into the market in Sweden, and they were able to leverage this new usage of advertisements. And so that is where Taco Friday originated, and it is like still a thing.
Okay.
So Taco Friday is a Swedish tradition.
Yeah, I knew it from working in the foreign diplomatic community. It is a thing.
Oh, hold on.
I love the idea that in the foreign diplomatic community, there's a whole different day for tacos. Like, we suck at this. Like, yeah, we went Tuesday. You got what, Thursday, Friday?
Well,
Saturday?
but it's like you guys have like Friday the 13th is the bad luck day, and in the Latino community, it's Tuesday the 13th.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. You
it's
guys
not
are
Friday, it's
always
Tuesday.
been scared of Tuesdays, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't do Taco Tuesdays for that reason.
No, ma'am. Not for religious purposes.
I mean, the tacos will break. Yeah.
I love it.
True story.
All right.
Next question.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay.
Ready. All right. Where did Friday, like the day, the name for it, come from?
Because we already had Thursday.
A,
next question.
Norse mythology, B, the Romans, or C, ancient Greece?
Where did Friday the day come from?
Yes, like the name of it.
Jesus Christ. I thought we were talking.
They didn't have a very good
I thought this was a show about beer, man.
I mean, we're getting into it. I promise they're all related.
Fuck.
I cannot answer until Daniel answers.
I know. Obviously, let's just stick with everything we know about everything and say Greece. It's the ancient Greeks here.
So we've got A from Gabriel.
Never heard of him.
D from Phil.
What?
No.
D
Nope,
from
no.
Phil.
No.
Phil's never even seen Friday. From Odin's second wife, Freya. That's solid. Norse mythology, disagree. Phil can't spell. He's at a football game trying to keep up on the chant.
I am here with Gabriel. It's Freya, Norse mythology.
Is it?
So it is Norse. It's the Old English. It means actually the day of Frigg. So Frigg was a Norse goddess of fertility and love, and she's also perceived to be the same deity as Freya. And Frigg was the wife of Odin in Norse mythology. So you laugh at that, but that is true.
No, I'm just laughing at the comments. D from Phil is the shirt. It's D from Phil.
Anyway,
with a Swedish taco.
Right.
If we don't make the Swedish flag on the taco show, I quit. Anyway, so long story short, that is where the name came from. But there's a bunch of other, like, in different languages that are kind of stemming from Venus as well, which is in a similar vein, like the fertility goddess and like god of love and marriage, and kind of like within the same vein.
Never heard of it.
So, yeah, that's where Friday comes from, and it's on our can, so there it's related. You're welcome.
What do you mean that's where Friday came from?
Yeah, it's where the name Friday came
like
from.
the actual day?
Yeah.
I need to go back to this question.
She looks very goddessy to me.
And actually, that's where I got the idea from. I was like, that could 100% be a goddess.
The tacos have hops in them.
Yes, I did see that.
I love it.
Also, what is she riding? Like an evil warthog?
Bored?
What?
It's a warthog.
I'm sorry. Can you share that can again? Nobody can see what you're talking about.
So
You think that's a warthog?
Yeah, she's riding a warthog.
Do you think a warthog is a real thing? I know we've all seen Lion King.
I've seen Lion King. A warthog is a real thing. They're very gassy.
They're very gassy.
This is like a bad Pumbaa from the Lion King.
Right, which is also like a racist representation of a warthog. Warthogs everywhere were like, you think that's how I am?
They're
Like,
no,
good
that's
Lord.
True.
Lord Jesus. Okay, let's move on, people.
Next question.
Wait, wait. Time on the field. We're going into question 3?
Yep.
How many questions do we have?
Oh man, I just
5.
Here.
Jackpot. That means I get to drink this beer. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with the show, we're about halfway through trivia, which is typically where we're going to crack the beer, give it a little bit of time to try it, taste it, smell it, drink it. And this week we are doing Taco Friday, which is a Pilsner from Kings County Brewers Collective.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I'm literally here for the team. And by that, I mean I have no idea what's happening. All right, we got another true or false. You ready?
Yep.
Go.
True or false? All whiskey is made from beer.
What? This is horseshit. This is nothing about this beer or this brewery, and I don't like this trivia.
You say that, but maybe it's true.
Some of us don't do research and it shows. That's all I'm gonna say. Some of us were homeschooled and it shows.
True. Next question.
It is true.
I know it is.
Damn it.
How do you know
Makes
it's
sense.
true?
True-ish. That's actually pretty accurate, Gabriel. True, sort of, but yeah. What? False.
Shout out to Kat for taking the indignation in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it is true. The mixture of yeast, water, grain, or mash prior to distillation is even called distiller's beer.
Yeah.
And there are some distilleries that literally turn drinkable finished beer into whiskey. And Brooklyn's Arcane Distilling, which is now part of KCBC,
Okay.
is one of the ones that does that. And they are very keen on like sustainability and making sure that they keep that like front of mind when they're doing this.
Very cool.
So Arcane started in 2017, and then they joined KCBC not too much later after partnering with them. And they wanted to use like their malted barley and hops and one of their particular yeast strains to like craft a beer that tastes good on its own, but then it is also a really good base for their whiskey. So KCBC not only makes beer, but they also make whiskey, which you can get at
Ipso facto.
at their tap house.
Mm-hmm.
What?
You can get cocktails at their craft house or craft cocktails at their tap house when you go.
Boy, why didn't no one tell me preseason football games are boring?
Yes.
Just because Tom Brady is not involved, Phil, doesn't mean it's not boring. Be a
Oh,
real football fan.
so the season ones are supposed to be fun? Because, I mean...
No, they're not. They're terrible. It's basically like watching the JV play the varsity team in high school. Like, great, varsity's going to win.
She's
You
asking
suck.
about regular season games.
Yeah.
Oh, no, the regular season games are fun. I think we drink differently.
I can't afford
Yeah.
to at those stadiums.
Yeah. It's cool. It's fun when it's called rugby.
Rugby is fun.
Same idea, though.
No.
Yeah.
Rugby is way more
Except
crazy.
nobody's putting their finger in each other's butts, you French asshole. Nobody see that news story?
What?
The French rugby player got suspended like 8+ like games because they're all huddling up on the ball and he put his finger up the dude's butt. And there's like camera footage of the guy going, That's not normal. And like he claims like
Hey.
I'm going for the ball. And like
There's
no
a lot
way.
of sweat. They don't have protective gear. Things get slippery.
I just love that the guy tried to claim like we're just going for the ball. No worries. That was a normal incident.
The two balls that are right
And then- no,
near the
He
butt.
put his finger up his asshole.
Right.
When you watch the clip on it, it is so brutal. The guy on the bottom of the pile literally like fishes up. He's like, that's not normal. He's like, yeah, we're just going for the ball, man. Normal occurrence. God, it's rough. All right.
Anyway,
Sorry.
next question.
Sorry,
Carry
I got
on.
all hung up
Hold
on
on,
fingers
hold
in the butt.
I'm not ready with next question. Hold on.
It's okay. Don't worry. Gabriel prefers Quidditch.
Okay.
Speaking of fingers and butts. Oh, are you ready, Tiffany?
Yeah.
All right, let's give it a
switched
shot.
sides. Okay. The Bushwick, Brooklyn neighborhood was breweryless for how many years before KCBC opened? 20 years, 30 years, or 40 years?
Wow, this is interesting.
Curious there.
All these seem astronomical, and breweries haven't been around that long anyway. So
I mean, breweries have been around
this
for
is
a
a
long
trick
time.
question. Well, I mean, yeah,
Germany
long
called.
time, but yeah. Not in New York City in general.
We have done so much trivia on Brooklyn.
I know. I don't think it's quite 40 years. Everyone's going 40 years. I'm also going to say B. I think it's 30 years, personally. That seems like an accurate number to me almost not being alive.
It's 40 for me.
God damn it. God damn it. Is it 40?
It is. Actually,
God!
it's over 40.
What?
All right.
Talked about this.
All right. So we have talked a little bit about how Brooklyn was like this hub of breweries. So it was dubbed the capital of beer in the Northeast. It was home to a huge swath of German immigrants, and it was this thriving brewing industry in the late 1800s. So local beer was everywhere, and in particular, this place called Brewers Row. There was 14 breweries operating within a 14-block area. Beat that, Portland.
Oh my God.
So
Seems very aggressive.
anyway, by the turn of the century, 10% of the beer produced in the U.S. actually came from Brooklyn, and the majority of that was actually brewed in Bushwick. So
Interesting.
in comes Prohibition, and only a handful of the Brooklyn-based breweries survived, and then continued to operate after Prohibition. And so when Rheingold and Schaefer breweries both closed their doors in 1976, there was no brewery in Bushwick, and it was more than 40 years after that when KCBC opened.
Mm-hmm.
So crazy that it went from like this brewery hub to like.
And we talked about this like industry, the beer and the Germans in the pastrami beer thingy episode.
Yeah, that's right. And by that's right, I mean I don't remember yesterday, Vero. You know this about me.
We make a really good pair. I need
It's not
Vero
my
to tell
first
me
rodeo.
what I need to be doing every day, and you don't remember the day before. This is
I don't need anybody to tell me how to do it the day before. That's the idea. It was the day
Yeah.
before. I hope I got rid of it. It's buried in the past.
Yeah,
somewhere.
I don't know what the hell you were talking about on Twitter about changing the last names for the cooler one. You cannot remember anything. Either of you. One of you is going to be called Princess Consuela Banana Hammock.
That's it.
I'm actually extremely comfortable with this. You know that.
I can remember my last name. I've had it for a really long time, minus a 10-year stint, 11-year stint.
I'm just looking up rugby videos. That's called Grinder, Gabriel. Don't call them rugby videos. I love it.
Yeah, I'm good.
You're done?
Yeah, go ahead.
That was all the trivia?
No, there's one more.
Oh,
There's
God.
one more.
There's always one
Jeez.
more. True or false? KCBC has a whole series of taco whatever day beers.
It has a whole series of taco greater than, less than day beers.
Oh my God.
Nailed
This is like Excel Formula 101.
it. You know what Excel?
Or if you want to put it onto a PowerPoint, it'll automatically populate it for you.
Jesus, take the wheel.
I hope Excel can fix under this house.
It cannot. It could help me calculate how much money it's going to be and who I need to hire.
I'm gonna go to the chat. You keep this conversation. I'm gonna go to my peeps in the chat.
This is ridiculous.
Excel is a very powerful tool. Don't you dare knock
Send me the link, Gabriel, for science. All right.
True. Question mark.
Gabriel, they fucking better have more. I tend to think I agree. I think this is probably a true statement. They probably have a whole line of these, and it's probably a blast, from what I understand about beer.
Like a blast.
Not like a
like
blast.
this one where she's blasting off.
No one can see that. The true and false screen is up right
But
now.
look,
Nope.
there's a little
So
fire
this
thing
is
right
all
here, so
in
it's
there.
obviously blasting.
Nope, not a chance.
She's soaring through the air with her
Okay,
little
here you
hot
go.
tacos.
There you go.
See? Blasting.
I don't know if it's a whole series, but I've like been in New York. They are everywhere. I've seen more than one.
They at least have more than one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I apparently forgot to write any notes on that one. So,
I have seen Taco Wednesday.
yes, they had a Taco Wednesday, they had a Taco Thursday.
Yeah, and Thursday is spelled differently. It's with an O.
Okay.
It's like, but I've seen Wednesday and
like
Thursday.
Thursday, like
Thursday,
Thor the
yeah.
God? Okay.
Yeah.
This is all. See, I'm telling you, all my questions had something to do with the brewery, even though they seemed weird.
Amazing.
So yeah.
Brought it around,
Brought it around.
unlike normal with my "Wish You Were a Beer"
Brought it
section.
back. We'll get into that later.
All right.
All right, what?
Now what?
What you tell me, Tiffany. You've been on this show equally amount
Now
of
we
time.
review it.
Correct. Well done out there.
Well, it didn't show. Hold on.
All right.
I clicked
So
it like 8 times and it didn't go.
I know I clicked it like 4 times and like just didn't pop up until the last time.
Oh, great.
Great. If you're unfamiliar with the show, this is the portion where we're actually going to review the show.
Review the beer. Our show is great.
Yeah, I'm not going to review the show. Good
The
Lord. That's a
review-
whole separate podcast
yeah.
where we just trash our own show.
No, we would never do that. This is amazing, and this is probably the best episode ever.
So we
If you watch Titanic, this is where the violins are playing on deck.
we're getting close. We're getting close.
I'm about to kick Daniel off this door.
No, perfect. Good luck. So this week we are reviewing Taco Friday. It's a Pilsner from Kings County Brewers Collective out of Brooklyn, New York. And if you're unfamiliar with the show, we use Untappd to review all of our beers. So if you go to the About section of the show, you can find our individual Untappds, the show Untappd, basically the catalog of any beer we've had personally as well as on the show. But that being said, honestly, we've all tried the beer. Vero's had at least a quarter of it. I'm almost finished with it. Tiffany's probably not tried it yet.
I have had a little bit of it. I've been drinking it. I promise.
Good news. Even in spirit, Phil is here. We're going to let Phil review this beer first.
Hey everyone, I'm sorry that I can't be there tonight. I'm a terrible planner. So bad that I forgot that I had to shoot this review, and the only time I had available to shoot it was 9:30 in the morning. So I'm gonna start my day so right by drinking this beer. I've already poured it to speed up the process. First off, I love the can art. Can't not mention the can art. I will say though, in my head, looking at this can art, I assumed it was gonna be some sort of double IPA. I don't know why, it just feels aggressive, and I always kind of relate these sort of aggressive can arts to like IPAs, double IPAs. I figured it was a hazy. And then I was pleasantly surprised that 9:30 in the morning, it's only a 5%er. That's not bad. I can handle that. Color-wise, it's great, light. Now let's give it a try. Oh, it's real light in this. I'm looking at the camera. You don't care. All right. Holy crap. Okay. This is fantastic. I thought it was going to be a super light Pilsner. I thought it was just going to kind of be, to be honest, I thought it was going to be boring when I poured it. When I saw it, I went, this looks like it's just going to be kind of watery, boring. This has got a super strong flavor. Wow, this is really good. I'm shocked. I'm confused. That's normal for me. Man, it's really good. I'm giving this a 4.75. I don't know what y'all have given it. Good luck out there. Maybe I'm completely off, or maybe it's just because it's 9:30 in the morning and a beer just tastes so good at this time. I think that might be what it is. Well, KCBC, killer. I'm so amazed at the amount of flavor they got into this and having it look so light and having it be a 5%er. It's fantastic. Enjoy the rest of the show. I'm at a Seahawks game. Don't ask me why or whatever. I don't know. But I'm in Seattle. Let me just drink my beer. All right.
I love. So I know everyone was thinking the same thing. As soon as Phil gave it like a 4.75, we're like, it's because you're drinking at 9 in the morning for
I was
the
like,
first
whoa,
time.
like,
And you're like, every beer is a 4.75 at 9 in the morning.
I was like, man.
Also, bad planner. You just want an excuse for day drinking.
Correct.
That's morning drinking. That's not just day drinking.
That's morning drinking, where I come from.
That's yeah. I didn't realize this was only a 5%.
Phil gave it a great review. Anybody like to go next?
I can go next.
Okay, perfect.
So similarly to Phil, I didn't actually realize this was only a 4.9% because it is really robust with flavors. Pilsners, and one of the reasons I like them is because they usually have a pretty like good hop profile. This one is really hoppy to the point where it's almost like a sessionable IPA to me. With that being said, like, is it a Pilsner? I don't know. I think it's a really good Pilsner, but I don't think it's a traditional Pilsner. But with that being said, I freaking like it.
Sure.
It's delicious. Yeah. I do love that it's got a slight hoppy profile, but it's still kind of got like sweet, crisp Pilsner flavor to it. I actually am not like a huge fan of session IPAs anyway, because I feel like they're too harsh. No, they're too harsh. This one is not harsh. I'm going to give it a 4.5.
Okay. Okay then, soldier. Vero, I'm going to let you go next because jury's still out for me.
Funny thing is that if you go back to one of the first episodes of Wish You Were Beer Show, right before I met you guys, actually, Phil mentioned some people don't like IPAs, and some people was me, because we were talking, I was like, I don't like IPAs. Now It's all that I drink. My favorite ones were Pilsners. I would always go like, let me get the most transparent one that you have, the most crisp that you have. And so I transfer my love from the Pilsner to the IPA. And this one made a believer out of me again. I think it's full of flavor. I like that it's carbonated, but not crazily carbonated. It has like that light bitter end. So I feel this is like a regular Pilsner and a regular IPA having a baby. This would be it. So I am with Phil up there. It's a 4.75 for me. I really liked it.
No me gusta IPAs. Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you.
In case that somebody didn't understand my accent.
Right. Yeah. Just in case you needed Gabriel's help for your accent.
Exacto.
What a fucking racist. No, so I'm on the fence a little bit because I do like the heavier flavor of this, even though it's a Pilsner. I like Pilsners. I like IPAs. I haven't had a beer that I didn't necessarily care for in some degree. If I'm judging this against a Pilsner, so I pick this can up and I go, holy shit, cool can art, Taco Friday, Pilsner, and then I just drink it. I don't think it's the Pilsner I would think of. Like when I think Pilsner and I think, like you said, super crisp, super light, super easy. And this has a lot of those features.
But I mean, Pilsner's...
Nope, I haven't talked to your review. God, every time.
Let's Princess Consuela talk.
Princess Consuela banana hammock. That being said, it's a wicked good beer.
Wicked good.
I enjoy this beer. I think it's delicious. From a Pilsner standpoint, I don't know if I'd quite put it in like the 4.5, 4.75. So I'm going to go solid 4, but I'm going to get outweighed on this, I assume.
Does that mean it's still a 4.5, like average?
Correct. And eventually when I scroll all the way down to, oh God, it's a show score of 4.5. I found the graphic
There we go.
Thank you.
Your mother will be proud.
Well, let's not get out of hand. She stopped talking to me months ago.
Your
So
dad
that's-
talks to me though.
That's a show score of 4.5, which is not bad at all, actually. In fact, that's really good.
Yeah.
Especially since Phil's not here and at a football game and probably drinking a bunch of shitty Pilsners currently.
Or even not that, just American lagers.
Mm.
He's drinking your Yingling Light,
Don't
which
judge
is how
my
you
Yingling
started
Light.
the day off.
All right, these Pilsners do equal pounders. I agree 100%. Like you can blow through those any day of the week.
This one is a 4.9.
Mm.
It's
You gave it a 4.9?
Yep.
Can we get into Untappd reviews?
Yep. You just got to
Let's-
pull them back in
Where?
Yep.
I don't
on
see
the
'em.
bottom. Oh,
God, there's so many people on this screen. All right. So now at this point in the show, we're going to go through a couple of Untappd reviews. Again, that's the social drinking app that we use to check in all of our beers. This is the public domain. So let's see what some other people thought about this beer.
All right. How dare I tarnish the sanctity of Taco Tuesday?
What is that, good or bad?
I mean, he gave it a 4.
He checked it in at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I think you fucked up
Oh, that
already.
is, yeah. That's like he didn't understand the assignment.
And can we talk about his weak ass tacos?
That's everything that you want on tacos. It's
No.
literally nothing but meat and cheese.
But there's nothing in the taco. At least double stuff it. Like that's like 3/4 of a taco and just chili and maybe some,
Yes. Mexico is very insulted right now. That's what I'm saying.
for the first time in American history, which is crazy.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
All right. Light aromas with a hint of turpentine.
No terpenes.
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 Nice job. We all drink.
Yep. Fairly clean flavors with a light bit of biscuit and plenty of green grass.
Should you be reading?
Definitely more interesting than your typical pills.
I mean, I
What are you-
will give it that. I don't know if it's like better or worse than a standard pills or typical pills because it's not a typical Pilsner. Like I almost can't even put this in the same category as a Pilsner, but I digress.
I never had a
Green
green
They
grass.
also got it from Tavor. That's where we got
Plenty of
ours.
green grass. Cut your goddamn grass, bro. All right, next.
All right. Too happy. Bad for a Pilsner.
I love it. It's too
JC
happy.
is not happy, and this is just too much happiness for him.
Yes.
It couldn't possibly.
too happy.
It's too happy, obviously.
I know.
Also, JC turned the flash off when you take it.
Yes.
He lives in a dungeon. The can is the only light.
Exactly.
I love it.
Fun fact: Friday is named for the Norse goddess Freya, and that
Oh.
is a very
Gabriel
elfin,
checks in beer.
That is a very elfin Freya on the label. As Pilsners go, and they don't usually go very far with me, this one definitely has a merit. Kiwi-centric
Kiwi-centric.
hops go a long way towards winning my heart.
By the way, Paul J checked this on my secret lair of Skull Crusher Mountain / my trailer that my wife left me at and that no longer my kids visit.
Which is right next door to the Church of Jesus Christ of the Saints.
He's actually a patron saint there. Look, there's even an elliptical in the back. He bought her a
I think that's a
Peloton
rocking
and she
chair.
left.
I think it's a rocking chair. Like the back of a chair. Yeah, he's in like a Florida room. Look, that's just a regular chair.
Let's not mention Florida. We don't know him personally.
All right, that's the last of them. All right, so those are the Untappd reviews.
I love it. Well, I think we still have one more portion of the show to get into.
We do. We're doing really
Do
good
we?
on time. Ooh, excuse me.
No, we're doing great on time, which is nice. Because I have
Really?
to go
It
to-
feels like 5 hours for me.
Oh, that makes sense. You're having to listen to us.
You took a nap. Some of us didn't get to. What are you doing? Wish you were
There's-
actually beer.
Well, it just says actually _ beer, which is the most confused. Let's just fucking try it. Yeah, Tiffany just hit the nail on the head. Phil didn't actually do a Wish You Were Beer. He reviewed his beer, but he didn't send wish you were
Obviously,
beer.
he wishes that the Seahawks game was actually beer.
Wow.
I would say so. Yeah.
Gabriel feels even longer for us.
Because they were
Yet
waiting.
you keep showing up, dummy.
No, they were waiting for us to start.
I so appreciate my chat peeps for like making the chat so busy and like
I love it.
Yeah, giving us more work. Thanks a lot. We gotta bring this shit in.
So for those of you who don't know,
if this goes down, the chat people are gonna save me, just so you know. That's what I'm gonna say.
Right. I'm sorry, Daniel. For those of you who do not know what this portion of the show is, this is where we bring in something from the day, the week, the month, the year, whatever in your life that you wish was actually beer. So with that, Daniel,
you want me to go? I'm right in the middle of something, but if you would like to go first, that'd be great.
No,
I'll go first.
Thank you, Vero. Jesus.
Got you.
Thank you.
I wish MRIs were beer. I have to do an MRI next Wednesday. I had a bit of a situation going on with my foot 3 weeks ago. I was on a boot. I pulled my Achilles tendon, and I am extremely claustrophobic.
Ugh.
So whenever I try to get into an MRI, I feel like it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and it's crushing me. And I've never been able to do it. I have to do one yes to see if I don't have a stress fracture on my foot. And if they told me, let's figure out what's wrong with you, have a beer, yeah, I would be fine. But yeah, an MRI, not so much fun. So I wish those were beer. Yeah.
I'm okay with this. Don't wish you were beer.
No.
You wish your own beer. You don't talk about
I was
hers.
just saying, no.
Don't tell her how an MRI works. She knows. She's done it.
I think you should be able to tell them that you just want to put your foot in, and like your head should be out.
Sure.
It doesn't matter.
That's how
that's the level of claustrophobic that I am.
Oh, okay.
If it goes like, if I have to go to my waist in there, I freak out. So we'll just see.
The noise really helps with the claustrophobia
Yes.
too. Agreed, Kevin. God, it's the
Thank you,
worst.
Kevin.
God, it's the worst.
Yeah, I had to get one for my back.
It was like a couple weeks ago.
It was that was like early pandemic. It was like March of the pandemic. I had the MRI scheduled.
Wish you were beer?
No, I'm just talking, Daniel.
Just make sure.
Jesus.
I didn't want to like spoil it if that was your wish you were beer.
Yeah,
I was like,
okay, people. We have 5 minutes.
We have 9 minutes. We're good.
All right. I wish whitening strips for your teeth were beer. Apparently, I have sensitive teeth, so I did some white strip like stuff on my teeth last night, and then drank coffee this morning. It was very hot, so my teeth were really sensitive. And drinking this beer also hurts my teeth. So I literally ordered Sensodyne toothpaste today while on a 5-minute break. So I wish that sensitive teeth were beer so that I could drink beer and not be upset / my teeth hurting.
This is the worst day I've ever had.
Yeah, my teeth hurt all day. I had to wait for my coffee to get kind of cold, and it was really sad.
I love it. Mine's really easy, actually. I actually just work honestly, I wish that work schedules were beer because then they'd be more fluid.
There we go.
That's it.
That's the story.
So what about the comments? Anyone else have?
Yeah, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, there are some other things.
Yeah. I wish this chat were beer because then we're totally crushing it. Yes.
Well, let's not get out of hand.
I mean, you're doing better than us.
Okay.
Hey, the chat is crushable.
Gabriel wishes marriage was beer because then this cold would be a good thing.
It being this cold would be a good
God.
thing. Whew.
Oh, ouch.
Ouch.
God, I love it.
What
Will
else?
somebody have a spare room for Gabriel tonight?
I do not want him sleeping near me in the house.
What do you mean? He watches rugby videos.
Yeah, exactly. That is the concern, Vero. A lot of butt stuff. That old Gabriel.
So you're
All right.
fine with the ifs, but not with the buts. Okay, we get it.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm gonna rely on Tiffany to tell us what we're doing next week.
All right, next week we are doing Montague Gothic from Brick and Feather Brewery.
Montague. I don't think
assume that's how you pronounce
from
it.
Brick and Feather. I think it's older than that.
Well, it's either that or the Capulets.
Is Brick and Feather like something like Brick and Morton? No.
I don't know. We'll find out next week. Stay tuned.
I mean, maybe.
Join us next week.
When we all collectively find out what the hell brewery we're having.
It is a Kolsch, which is exciting. So for those who do want to join us, they want to drink a like style beer, go find yourself a Kolsch style beer, which are delicious.
Exactly.
I wish the 106-degree weather was beer. I'd take a beer bath.
You've met Lisa. Lisa was like my second mom in high school. It's Danielle's mom.
I don't know who that is.
She and you got along real well at Danielle's wedding.
Oh, I was faking it.
No,
yeah, that's
not.
normal.
We love Lisa.
I barely got along with Danielle, much less Lisa.
Please.
Good Lord.
You and Aaron, though, you were best friends. All right. I think we finished everything on the show.
Like the actual show? We're done?
I think so.
Holy shit.
Did we do it?
Did we show?
Well, we gotta
Was
close
this
out.
a show?
We gotta close out, right? Vero, are we missing anything?
Yeah, Vero cannot close out.
No, Vero is not closing out. If she closes out, she's gonna be in Spanish.
That's fine, but we didn't miss anything, right?
No,
we
we're
missed
good.
one thing.
Budweiser's a friend of mine. Friend of mine is a friend of mine.
You let that go for a lot longer than I
That's
thought you were
really
going
it.
to.
Yeah, I was gonna let it go the entire time, and then I was like, no. Vero's already mad at me. Tiffany's mad at me. Everybody's fine. Oh, you have to pee too? Perfect. We're both on the show together.
Okay. All right. Well, we've survived an hour of no Phil on this show. Vero,
It's been hard. Phil, come back.
Vero, as always, you are a phenomenal person for stepping into this situation. Whether you knew this was what the situation was going to be like or not.
She knows.
I assume you did.
Powered by alcohol.
Yes. So thank you, Vero. Thank you to everyone in the chat for keeping us on our toes / entertained. So with that, join us next week. We will be having Montague Gothic, which is a Kolsch style beer from Brick and Feather. I'm working on it.
Sorry. All right, I'm right.
We have a phenomenal website that Vero has actually helped us with, and it's got a t-shirt for every show. Stay tuned for what this show's shirt will be. We've had multiple options. We also have an Instagram. We have a Twitter. Obviously, you can find us here on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you hit the little bell, you'll get notified when we go live or put a video up, which in theory will happen more than once a week, but that's in theory. We are starting a TikTok, and you should subscribe to all these things. I don't know how long
this outro is going to be. We are running out of time.
You are the worst player on my team.